Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Slam.
They'll look to throw here. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Coleman now. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And here now come the Falcons. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Hurry up, hurry up. Hey, 626.
Here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Coleman. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Henry's got him out on the left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down. they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Let's go, come on.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Jumbo! Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Zone.
Rodgers now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 626. Jumbo! Right.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it up. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Coleman on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The give is to Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Rodgers going to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Check. Shift. Gone!
They will run again with Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone!
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Right now, you got 58. Jump out!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 40, the 30, 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a